Alright, what's up guys, Average Gamer signing on back with another video. In this video, I'm going to choose my choices for who wins the Game Awards. The nominations have been out for a while now. I kind of ignored it, but it's that time as the Game Awards are slowly but surely closing in. There has been some controversy about the nominations that were chosen for some categories, but I'm going to try to be as fair as possible. But of course, my personal bias will show because this is my list. These are my choices. As always, be sure to like and subscribe if you guys enjoy. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, let's get into these nominees. Now, I do know who was nominated for Game of the Year, but all these other categories I have not looked at yet, so I don't know who was nominated. So yeah. Okay, most anticipated game. Recognize and announce. Okay, it is GTA 6. Although, Metro Prime 4 is pretty hype, I guess. Monster Hunter Wilds is as well. Why is Death Stranding 2 even here? Like, it's Kojima. Yeah, we gotta wank Kojima every Game Awards, so. Who even cares about Death Stranding 2? I'm gonna be honest, who actually cares? And then Ghost of Yotai. I think Ghost of Tsushima is one of the most underrated games of the PS4 generation, but I think it's too soon. I think we need to see more to get the hype going. So GTA 6 is the obvious choice here. Okay, best adaptation. Oh, I'm not even gonna waste time. I actually like the Tomb Raider one. I haven't seen Like a Dragon. I haven't seen Knuckles yet, but Arcane is like just my favorite, so pretty easy vote there for me. Okay, finally, let's get into some games that are out this year. Best multiplayer. I mean, I'd be cool if Tekken 8 wins this. Y'all know me, fighting game bias, but in reality, I think Helldivers 2 has this in the bag. Granted, the game now, yikes. But when it came out, I don't even know how long it was, but the hype this game got was pretty insane. I think even though the game kind of tanked, I think it's still remained as a high enough peak to easily take this category. Black Ops 6 is cool, I guess, but also Party Jamboree. This would be an interesting pick. I haven't got this one. I only have Superstars, but I've heard good things about this game. But in reality, I think Helldivers 2 just peaked way too high. Okay, sports racing, don't care. I like basketball the most, so yeah. Best sim or strategy. I have no idea. I've heard of Manor Lord, so yeah, we'll do that. I also heard of Unicorn, to be fair. Manor Lords looks cooler. Best family game. Okay. For the best game appropriate for family play irrespective of genre. A lot of Nintendo here, although to be expected. Okay, this is where like the categories get weird. Okay. So, the best game on this list is clearly Astrobot, right? I feel like it's clearly Astrobot. But I feel like the family element may give Mario Party the edge. I think Astrobot, I've heard good things about Plucky Spire, but I think Astrobot clears in terms of best game. So do I just say the best game of this category? Or do I go hard into the family element? Okay, here's my thought process. I think Astrobot clears in terms of games. But actually, no, not but. I think it still maintains a good family style play that I'm going to vote for it still. I'm still going to vote for it. Ooh, here. Best fighting game. All right. What the fuck? What? Again, I haven't seen the nominees besides Game of the Year. Why the hell is Multiverses here? Oh my, gonna make me drop my cap. Why is Multiverses here? Didn't Multiverses... Oh god, the past Game Awards are eluding me. Didn't Multiverses get nominated before? I swear to god it did. Leave it down in the comments, I might be tripping. But I swear this got nominated for best fighting game a year prior. Well, not like a year prior, but like a past year. Why is this shouldn't be here? I know there's been more fighting games that come out this year. Granted, more niche ones. I think, didn't Rivals 2 come out this year? Didn't Uni come out this year? Uni 2? Yeah, why is this here? Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, that's cool. But in reality, Not only did that collection have blatant problems with like matchmaking, it's a collection. Like these are 20-year-old games. Granted, cool that they're back, but like fighting game of the year, I don't think this needs to be here because it's a collection of old games. Granblue, I heard good things about. I barely played it. But I just don't think it has the motion. In reality, I think this is between Sparking Zero and Tekken 8. And look, I have a lot of experience with both games. And let me say this. I think top to bottom overall, Tekken 8 is a better game. I think it's just a flat out better game top to bottom. I think the recency bias, because Sparking Zero like just came out like a month ago, combined with the fact that it's Dragon Ball, and because it's a game people have been waiting for 20 years, I actually think Sparking Zero will win this category. But I don't think it's a better fighting game than Tekken 8, to be honest. I think our bias to Dragon Ball, and the fact that we've been waiting 20 years, I feel like we ignore a lot of blatant problems with this game. Take the whole patch scenario, right? Like, people were so afraid and so against the idea of patching this game, despite the fact that there are, like, blatant gameplay problems that make the game not even less competitive. It makes the game less fun. I've yet to see a good argument for why, like, the Yajirobe nerf was a bad thing to do. I don't know. I've yet to see an argument for why, like, the androids, for instance, specifically, like, 19 and 20 can't get touched. Like, there's blatant gameplay issues that make the game less fun. But I actually would argue Tekken 8 is just the better fighting game. Not to mention, I think in terms of content, they're close to the same. I actually think Sparking Zero gets kind of boring in its content. Not the Sparking episodes, those are lit as hell, but Dragon Ball Story Mode has been told countless times, so it kind of gets carried by its what-ifs. The customization's mid at best. The stages, mid at best. Soundtrack, mid at best. Yeah. Top to bottom, I think Tekken 8 gets this. But I would not be surprised if Sparking Zero won because of that bias. Alright, best RPG. Honestly, I like all of these picks. Dragon Dogma 2, I'm liking that representation. Shadows of the Erdtree. We'll talk about this game a little bit later. But Final Fantasy Rebirth makes sense. I love that game. Talked about it before. Like a Dragon makes sense, and then Metaphor. I'm gonna be honest. In terms of well-roundedness, I think Final Fantasy Rebirth is actually the strongest here. But I think in terms of what makes an RPG an RPG, especially because I know the Game of the Year nominations, and I think I already know what I want to pick for it, I think I want to give Metaphor this category, to be honest. I think I want to give Metaphor this category. I could easily see Shadow of the Erdtree, though. I could easily see that. But honestly, I'll talk about more of the Game of the Year, but I think Shadow of the Erdtree is not better than the base game of Elden Ring. So if I'm just comparing Shadow of the Erdtree, I think I like Metaphor more than Shadow of the Erdtree, just the DLC, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna go Metaphor here. Okay, best action adventure. What? Okay, Astrobot makes sense. Prince of Persia. I actually like this pick. Zelda makes sense. Star Wars, I suppose. Why is Silent Hill here? I don't think I've ever described Silent Hill as an action adventure. Now I'm thinking about it, where's Stellar Blade? Stellar Blade, wait, actually no, yeah. Stellar Blade and Black Myth Wukong are not on this list. That's shocking, dude. That's shocking. Those were two of the best games in this category. Action event. I mean, okay, let's just... Astrobot is clear, in my opinion, is clearly the best game here. Well, I'm not gonna say clearly. Silent Hill 2 did go crazy from what I heard. I did not play it. I'm gonna go Astrobot, though. Okay, what? Best action adventure. And then best act. I swear to God, okay, let me just say this. Jeff, my man, my guy. I don't like your constant Kojima wake, but besides that, I think you're a cool guy. What are with these categories, bro? You're gonna separate best action and then just say action adventure, and then you're not gonna even have like similar like these are completely different. There's not one action game in the action adventure category. How does that make sense? Black Myth Wukong should easily be in the action adventure side as well. But whatever. Okay, best action game. Warhammer, no. Stellar Blade was cool, I guess. Helldivers, eh. Black Ops 6, eh. I put Helldivers 2 in multiplayer, so I don't think I need to vote for it again. Especially because I think this category is harder. I think Black Myth Wukong is going to get an award this year. And I'm trying to remember, like, I don't know the rest of the categories, but this may be the best category to give it the award, honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Black Myth Wukong. I feel most confident in that. I like Stellar Blade, but I think Wukong's a little better. Okay, best VR AR. I do not play any of that because I do not play VR. But I like Batman, so Batman's pretty cool. And it has Batman Arkham, and when you say Arkham, it's good, trust me. At least I hope it's good. Don't disrespect Arkham, okay? Okay, best mobile game. Oh. Well, I mean, personally, right? Y'all know the Pocket go crazy, but in reality, Balatro, like, I don't even I have not played any other game besides Pocket. But I've heard so much about Balatro and how sick it is. Do I want to make the personal pick? Do I want to make, like, from what I've seen, Balatro is crazy. But I gotta go Pocket, man. That's Pocket. That's Pokemon. I gotta go Pokemon. Alright, best debut indie game. I mean... Oh, Animal Well is here too. And Plucky Squad. And Manor. But I mean, Balatro is the best one here, in my opinion. But I really like Animal Well. Balatro got it, man. Balatro got it. Bet. Jeff, I told you once before, bro. These categories are whack. How are you going to best independent game and then best debut indie game? What the? And then you share the same thing. I mean, at least you share freaking nominations, I guess. Oh, Neva's here. Neva's pretty cool. Neva's actually my favorite indie game this year. But it's not on this list for some reason. I'm going to give it to Neva, though. Because Neva was actually my favorite indie game of this year, to be fair. So, I'm going to give it to Neva. Best community support. Okay, No Man's Sky is always there. Although, I'm not really sure what support No Man's Sky got this year in particular. Same thing with Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I don't know what it got this year. What support did Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, including social media activity and game updates. I mean, in the past, No Man's Sky and Final Fantasy XIV had that. I don't know what it was like this year. Same thing with Baldur's Gate. I don't see a ton with that game. Anymore, at least. But I'm sure the community is still active. I mean, and then Helldivers, that kind of fell off a cliff. Am I going to give this to Fortnite? I feel like I have to give it to Fortnite because I don't know enough and haven't seen enough of any of these other games support-wise. I've seen tons with Fortnite, man. Even though I don't play it anymore, I'm still constantly seeing social media activity, engagement with it. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Fortnite, man. Best on... Okay, what are with these awards? Like, does this not mean the same thing? Does it not mean the same thing? Award to the game for outstanding development of ongoing content. That's the same thing. Look at this. Outstanding development of ongoing content. And then outstanding support. I guess this is more so tied to the community, and this is more so tied to development. I guess. I get, like, what? I'm going Fortnite either way. I'm not going Diablo. Hell no. I'm not going Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is not all that bad, I suppose. And these two, I mean, this tanked. And again, I don't know what Final Fantasy 14 did this year. But I don't want to give Fortnite both awards, though. I don't want to give it, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. These categories are trash. God. Okay. Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game, pro-social meeting or message. I don't know anything about any of these games. Well, I know Neva, of course. Okay, which one looks the coolest? Oh, Life is Strange is here? Oh, Life is Strange is probably gonna win. People write these games so hard. Yeah, Life is Strange is probably gonna win. I'm just gonna vote for that. Alright, accessibility. I don't know. Oh, God. I don't know. I heard Black Ops had something, but they always have something. Dragon Age. I have no idea. Yeah, why not give this trash? Well, no, Dragon Age is trash. I'm not going to give that game anything. I'll just go Star Wars, I guess. Best performance. Oh, Brianna White is here. Look at that. Ooh, Luke is here as well. Ooh, okay. It's clearly between Brianna and Luke, right? Clearly, in my opinion. And I'm going to be real. Again, I didn't play Silent Hill 2. I just saw a lot about it, right? I'm going to give it to Brianna, man. Aerith went so hard, bro. Aerith was so good. And even if you want to say her Aerith in Remake is better than Rebirth, I feel like that's more so because of the writing and not because of Brianna's performance. I think she's absolutely crazy. Yeah, okay. I like Aerith way too much to not give it to Brianna here. She did absolutely crazy good. See, she did so good, I'm stuttering, man. Yeah, I'm giving it to Brianna. Okay, best audio design. I feel like these two games are very focused on their sound, right? But Final Fantasy... Well, no. Final Fantasy Rebirth, that's more so music and soundtrack. And that's probably a category. So I don't want to give it to Rebirth. So it's between Astrobot, Hellblade, and Silent Hill. Because Astrobot also has great audio and sound design. But I think I want to give it to Silent Hill or Hellblade, though. And I just don't... I know way more about Silent Hill than I do Hellblade. But I did hear that the sound design went crazy here as well. I think that's... Isn't that the point of the game? Anyway, I'm going to give it to Silent Hill 2. Okay, here we go. Best score in music. Yeah. Rebirth. With respect, Metaphor, great, right? Astrobot, very cool, very lively, right? Rebirth, okay? Rebirth. The scale combined with the variety is just too much for these other games to match, in my opinion. Like, can we, I don't think there is a track in Rebirth that I actually hate. Like, every single track, I think just makes an area so much better to explore. And then when it hits hard, it hit, like, the peak, like, Gungaga? Oh my god. Like, yeah, okay, no, I'm not even going to defend myself. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth gets this for me. Alright, best art... Okay, yeah, it's Shadow of the Erdtree. Neva's... I actually really like that Neva's here. And Metaphor. I actually really like these. But, there are three things that people in the game... I shouldn't say people. There are three things that the game journalist industry wank to no end. Anything that is made by Kojima, Nintendo, and then specifically From Software art design and just general direction. I think we'll talk about it more again when we get to Game of the Year because there's a lot of drama with the DLC of Elden Ring. But in terms of art direction, I do think Erdtree deserves an award, and this is, in my opinion, the clear standout for me. I'm just going to give it to Shadow of the Erdtree here. I'm just going to give it there. This medieval look is just too crazy. The scale of it as well is just insane. So I'm just going to give it to Elden Ring for this category. And we'll just move on, okay? We'll just move on. Okay, best narrative. Outstanding storytelling, narrative, and development. Honestly, I like all these picks. Again, personal bias says Rebirth, but in reality, like, I don't think I can give it best narrative, though. Because, like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, like, the second third of a full story, right? Its narrative is not done yet. Like, its storytelling is only, like, part of the story. So I don't think I can give it to Rebirth here. Because there's still, like, a lot left in the story that the game, admittedly, on purpose does not tell, because that's the point. But it's because it's the point doesn't mean it can't be criticized when these games do it completely. You know what I'm saying? So I like it being here, but I don't think it deserves to win this award. My mind is instantly going to Metaphor, though, right? And I'm going to give it to Metaphor. Okay, best game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation. Okay. This is a weird category. Balatro is a cool pick, but like, in terms of creativity, honestly, I think Astrobot is actually the most creative, to be honest. And I feel like that's kind of shocking to me. I actually would argue Astrobot is the most creative. But let's be real. Let's get some realism in here. Shadow of the Erdtree probably wins this one too. It probably wins this one too, man. And I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually okay giving it to Shadow of the Erdtree, because this should be, yeah, we're close to the end here, 29. We'll talk about Game of the Year. I'm actually going to give this to Shadow of the Erdtree because I'm not going to give it another award. And I do think the direction of this is actually pretty good. I think for an expansion of Elden Ring, I think it nails pretty much everything. But Metaphor though. You know what? Did I give it to Balatro? Now I'm thinking about it. I think Balatro is actually pretty creative as well. From what I've seen about it, at least. Am I actually going to give it to Balatro? I'm actually going to give it to Balatro, to be honest. So I feel like if the goal is creativity and innovation, does Shadow of the Erdtree really innovate? I don't know. Does Metaphor really innovate on the JRPG formula enough? I don't know. And then something like Rebirth, I mean, sure. I feel like the game just increased in scale, though. I don't think it innovated on its core concepts. I just think it went further with them. The scale of the world is bigger. You get more materia. And you know what? I'm actually going to go with Balatro. I'm actually going to go with Balatro here. I think in terms of creativity and innovation, which are the key words, I think this actually takes it for me. All right. This is where the drama is. Game of the Year. Let me say this. I understand why Elden Ring is here, but no. I'm sorry. Oh, Shadow of the Erdtree is fantastic, right? But it's just not a game. It's an expansion of a game. And like, in my opinion, if you want to argue that Shadow of the Erdtree is the game of the year, essentially what you're arguing is that Elden Ring is the game of the year. And I'm not comfortable giving that an award because it won it already. So I'm not, in my opinion, Shadow of the Erdtree is just not qualified to be here. In my opinion, it's just not a game. And honestly, even if it was, I still don't think I would give it. I still don't think I would. Anyway, Astrobot, great pick here, but I think there are games that are just better. Balatro, again, cool pick. Actually, we may have an It Takes Two situation here. This actually is a sleeper pick. I actually wouldn't be surprised if this won. Black Myth Wukong, good game. I actually think it may be the weakest of this list, to be fair though. Elden Ring I already talked about. Metaphor, yeah. I think Metaphor and Rebirth have an equal chance of winning this. I think Balatro's the sleeper. Rebirth and Metaphor are the two games that I think should win, and it's a toss-up. But I'm going to be honest, I feel like the fact that they put this game in this category, I feel like it's going to win it. I feel like they put this here, and I feel like journalists are just going to eat it up, man. But I think arguably from top to bottom, personal bias even aside, but especially with personal bias, I think Rebirth is the best top to bottom game of this year. Because even if I count the DLC of Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erdtree, I don't think it's... I think it's better. I actually don't know if I would. Because to me, don't get me wrong, it introduces new things, but it's what's more of the same with Elden Ring, which is not a problem, because Elden Ring is great. But I don't think it's better. I don't think the DLC of Elden Ring, I don't think Shadow of the Erdtree is better than the base game of Elden Ring. And so even if I say Elden Ring's like a 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, I think Metaphor and Rebirth are around that level as well. And I will say this though, I actually would probably be more inclined to go Metaphor if the PS5 Pro did not come out. I think the PS5 Pro saved the #1 problem with Rebirth, and that's how it looks. You essentially have to compromise its resolution or FPS, and PS5 Pro fixes that issue. And so because of that, I'm actually going to go Rebirth. I think Rebirth is the best game of this year overall. I think Erdtree nails certain things like the art direction more. I think Metaphor nails more of the RPG elements, but I think the overall game of the year, I think it's Final Fantasy Rebirth, man. I really do. And that's including if I give Shadow of the Erdtree the game category. Hold on. Which it is not. But anyway, I'm going to go Final Fantasy Rebirth here. Alright, so those are going to be my nominations for better or for worse. I think what we learned here... Oh my god, camera. Anyway, I think what we've learned here is that the Game Awards has a lot of redundant damn categories. There are like 4 categories that mean the same exact thing. Like, why does my camera keep adjusting? Anyway, we need an award that just pays homage to like collections, remakes, remasters, and then we also need an award for like DLCs. And it wouldn't be that hard to do. Like, best independent game and then best debut indie game, those mean the same damn thing, okay? They mean the same thing. Like, best ongoing game and then like best community support, they mean the same thing. Alright, let's not even try to split hairs here, okay? Put a DLC category, put a homage to classic category, and we're good to go. Overall, I think this year shows that gaming's still pretty strong. I think a lot of this is hype for next year, though. I think 2025 is looking better than this year, but this year was not bad at all. So that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. Let me know down in the comments what you agree or disagree with, what your personal picks are. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching and you want more content like this. I'll catch you guys next time. Average Gamer signing off. See ya.